What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna jump straight into the video. I have 3 trades to show you. um, 1 loser, 2 winners. Yes, I have losers. I'm not Mac. I don't have 100% win rate. But yeah, so the first trade right here, you can clearly see second entry long, but the problem here is it's not how do I say this? It's legit second entry long, but what happened is that I think this is as a basically just like a one leg, and you can clearly see me draw the channel down right here. So if you were scalped for 1 point, you possibly could have got that 1 point because it did bounce off that green line a couple times. So maybe if you were quick enough, you could have got filled, but I doubt it. So as you can clearly see, is that there's a channel working down, and basically I jumped in a little bit early. The read was correct, the analysis was correct. Obviously we have a channel working up with a break and expectation of retest of this high. So it just so happens that the price want to do a little bit of a deeper pullback, and I got stopped out. It happens, okay? Not every second entry works. Sorry, but it is what it is. I feel like Mac doesn't really acknowledge that, but that's not here or there. So that's the loser. And yeah, actually I just jump right back in here right off the bat, and I don't recommend doing that, because especially if you're new, don't really do that, because you're pretty much revenge trading. But I was still pretty confident that I'm going to test this high, and this is a much better entry because you have a break and the retest of this smaller channel, which is a much better entry. It did stalled it a little bit, which did make me a little bit nervous, and it is kind of congested as well, which is not ideal. But nevertheless, the idea is still the same, and yeah, I wasn't really too concerned, but you know, I was kind of getting worried that I might get stopped out again and give back all my profits that I made yesterday, which sucks. You don't really want to do that when you have such a big day like I did yesterday. You kind of want to take it easy, so to speak. But nevertheless, I continued to hold the trade, and it ended up working in my favor as well, and the price actually went even higher, which is great, because like I said, the context is there, the context is good, everything's good. It just so happens that on the first trade the price just wasn't ready, you know. So it happens from time to time. No big deal, just brush it off, move on to the next one. That's part of the business, and you cannot avoid that. That's just how it is. But anyways, yeah, so the price is working sideways a little bit. It's stalling, and it does go up to test the highs in a second. So I'm just gonna let it play out. There was another long opportunity here at the green arrow, and unfortunately I did not get filled. The price just took off, and I was too late to enter anyways. But it would have been a nice little move up too. But clearly see price is working up, and boom. Let me just fast forward to the next trade. Okay, so this is the next trade. I do want to talk about this black arrow in a second, but basically the third trade is I saw it as a lower high. Honestly, I know it's not in the right spot. Usually you want to be like somewhere here, like this right here, but you do have a channel working down, and then you have a break, and you expect a retest of this low, and you also have a channel working up, the correction with a break new high. So that's played out. So I feel pretty confident taking that long. I mean short, I'm sorry, taking a short, and I was aiming for just 1 point, just because again my confidence was a little bit shaky because of that loser. So I didn't want to like get, you know, 2, 3 or whatever points. So price moved pretty quickly, and I believe I got like 1.25. Yeah, so I got a 1.25. So yeah, let me just show you a live chart. So on the live chart, this was the trade, and of course the price, I think it did test it. it actually made equal bottom, so it might still go lower. I'm not too sure, but this was a trade. And this black arrow, I want to mention something here. So real quick, this green bar right here, let me change this. This green bar right here is a second entry technically, and I don't take those. I avoid them because even though this is a 0 first entry and then second entry, this red bar right here, it's basically all in one bar, right? And on these bars, I do not take that trade. I avoid it because a lot of times this exactly what happens like this. It will do the one bar thing where it's, you know, second leg is all in one bar, and it will trigger your trade and then it will reverse and stop you out. So I count this as basically just one leg. So technically speaking, not technically, but visually speaking, you have basically first leg, break, and then a second leg, and this would be your second entry visually, right? But the count, this is second entry, but visually this is second entry. So when you see these bars like that and it's all in one bar, just avoid that. Just a little bit of advice there, because I used to trade setups like this and I would lose like probably 60% of the time, and I started to avoid this. So please keep in mind, and also the context too. Obviously, you have a break new high, so you're not really looking to go long anyways. But it does happen frequently with these bars, so please do be aware of them and avoid them. I would highly recommend just avoid them. Just ignore them and move on to the next trade. And if you do want to trade them, like I said, just count this as just one leg instead of like, you know, first leg and second leg, right? So this would be one leg and then break and then second leg. So it'll be looking something like this, right? So you have a channel working down, break, new low, right? And this would be 0 first entry and second entry visually, right? So that's that. Anyways, I'm done for the day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.